Oh, but the joys of being a plantito. We are on an adventure to a garden center. We're up north. I don't normally go out of the city, but here we are because I'm going to visit a carnivorous plant garden center. It's actually in Liloan, but we decided to pass by Compostela to buy quesong puti and of course to visit this Italian restaurant. So our first stop for sort of brunch or lunch is actually Casata Antica, and I'm going to show you. And that concludes our lunch. Molto bene. Arrivederci, Casata Antica. Grazie, grazie. And we are now at the second part of our adventure, which is a quick stop at Eon Ceramics for pots for the plants before I head to my actual destination. So, have a look. This is Eon Ceramics. We have some really awesome pots here. And lately in social media, they're getting really popular because they have like pottery classes. So, and I was trying to find some terracotta pots here in Cebu. And this was the one that really showed up in Google search. So I've been meaning to visit here, but it's like really far from the city. Well, far for me. But now, because of our adventure into Liloan, we get to pass by Eon Ceramics. So what I'm looking for is non-glazed pots, clay pots, so that I can do a little project for my plants. Well, pots, one, but at the same time, I was looking for jars. I wanted a jar. The reason why I want to do jars is because I want to do some sort of like plant attachment outside the jar where it's constantly pushing out water. So that's why I'm looking for clay pots, because they're not exactly sealed off. So water pushes out from it, makes the plant constantly moist. And I've seen these in social media. I want to try it out for myself. Like putting moss around it, placing some plants that are for high humidity. Because we're a bit early for our appointment at the garden center, we are stopping by here at Cafe 8020. And look, as a plantito, I am fascinated with the bonsai display that they have. So, whoever owns this cafe must be a bonsai lover. Look at that. It's always impressive when they do these kinds of training for the tree to go sideways or dip down. Oh, this one I like. One of these days, I need to have my own bonsai, or maybe grow my own bonsai. I should learn first. Going in. And we're here at Cafe 1820. We're finally at our destination, which we have planned for, and why we're all the way up north, which is the Carnivorous and Exotic Plants Cebu. Yeah, I think that's Carnivorous and Exotic Plants Cebu. So let's have a look. This is the greenhouse here. If you want to visit, you have to message the page ahead because this is, I think, by appointment, no?
Yeah, yeah.
You have to have appointments just to visit here. And I'm very excited because I thought that nepenthes and fly traps usually require cool areas. So the fact that this is under direct sunlight, this means they're stabilized for this kind of environment. So this is it. Let's go in. Now, one of the reasons why I'm excited to get a nepenthes is because the winners from the Horti Filipina for the past 2 years have always been nepenthes. So this is going to be my first go at nepenthes. And you can see here some beautiful hybrids perhaps. Some of these are probably hybrids. Look at these. Oh my gosh. I'm not yet good at identifying, so I don't know much about which species which are hybrids. But I do know that these are quite healthy because look at the pictures. From what I understand, they produce pictures if they're quite happy. So, this looks very promising. And it's quite hot here. This isn't like a cool shaded area. So, I'm curious. If I buy here, will it do well? I think, what is this? Gramifolia. Are these terrarium plants? Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. I am so tempted to get a fly trap. This one has a very beautiful maroon color. This one has a greens color. This is, these are sundew, mildews? I don't know, sundews? Oh, I still need to learn about carnivorous plants. Look at these. Oh, these are like budget plants if you're not into it. So we have here Sir Alex, who invited me here. And he's gonna tell us more about what the plants here went through. Like, sir, can you tell me, you mentioned ganina that the plants are really stress tested, no?
Yeah. During the construction of our homes, a lot of them is bati jud ilahang conditions like low lighting, like construction debris niya. To think they're very sensitive baya sa mga impurities, di ba? Sa
Yes,
kuan.
yes.
So that's why a lot of them nibati jud ilang naong. But some of them are bouncing back well because of the greenhouse, but the greenhouse is actually very recent.
Recently siya, so direct
Yeah.
siya without the kanimang covers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, para nimo bati, no? Pero the fact na nag-push out sila pictures is not bad.
Yeah. So that's why this is the form of the greenhouse. It's to take advantage of the heat stack effect. You know, just boosting the humidity so that even if grabe ang init, they can still produce pictures.
So sir, sure man jud ko mabudol ko ani. I'm curious lang, ang imong water gi use are distilled water?
Right now I'm using rainwater. So among house na siya rain catchment,
Okay.
funneled na tank.
Pero sa man tay rain lately.
Yeah, so we keep ordering jud
Distilled water.
Distilled water.
Okay, which to that point, so ang whole point is just lesser lang ang particulate matter sa water, no?
Yeah.
So if I'm using aircon water which has less than 50 ppm, okay siya.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, sige. And then I'm also curious, why did you get into carnivorous plants? You know, rare kay sa Cebu mag-carnivorous.
It's a niche novelty jud siya. So basically, I grew up watching like the usual Discovery Channel, not Geo, diba? So, moto growing up, I saw there was like a vacancy sa market na not many were selling it.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I started it here in Cebu.
Most akong makita online kay gikan China.
China, yeah.
Yeah, mo to lang gi-push. And then if gikan pod Manila, which I'm also wary because it could be poached.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a very big issue na mga nepenthes na gikuha sa wild to sell online. So that's why I asked if hybrids or nana.
Yes,
And-
that's a good point.
I also want to ask, if I'm a beginner sa nepenthes, what would I get?
Yeah, so actually all of them, as you can see, they've been like enduring the heat really well. So these are intermediate to lowland species. So they're gonna thrive in city conditions.
Regardless if like bugnaw or init, no?
Yeah, so some ultra lowland species, they won't do well sa bugnaw na conditions.
Oh, okay. So dapat yun like ang temperature at least mga 28 to 35 around
Yeah.
that range. So, I see here, nag-water pool ka diri. This is for the humidity, right?
Yes. Also to prevent dehydration.
So constantly pulling water through the
Yeah, yeah.
moss, so na kay capillary effect.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're using local sphagnum moss as medium.
Yeah. So sphagnum moss, it's a bit expensive, no? So basically, we're using a combination with cocoa chips.
So
Yeah.
why not cocoa peat?
Cocoa peat, we've used it before. It works, man, but over time, as it decompose, it turns into sludge quite quickly.
Oh,
So with
okay.
cocoa chips, you get better aeration, and it decomposes far longer.
But the sphagnum moss you're using are small threads, short threads compared to the white sphagnum. Or are you using white sphagnum?
I'm also using white sphagnum.
Okay. But if I use local sphagnum, is that okay?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, that's okay.
so I can use local sphagnum, but the problem sa local sphagnum is water retention is not as good as the white sphagnum.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is
So what's cool
picture.
about these plants is, for example, we go on vacation for like 5 days. We just drown them in water. Yeah.
So you can ignore this plant.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
So they thrive with neglect.
Yeah, because some plants, manggod, if you overwater them, what happens is they're gonna get root rot, diba?
Exactly.
So sometimes you have to dry them out before watering. Not so with these plants. They're more like they're more adapted to always moist conditions. So I find them like easier to maintain.
Yeah, that's interesting for those na who want to ignore their plants for several days.
Yeah.
This is the perfect plant. Now, this is under direct sunlight,
Yeah,
right?
direct. But it's filtered with UV sheet, and I backed it up with like a mosquito net because I found a lot of them were really like sun stressed. So you can see
Okay.
the coloration. It doesn't kill the plants naman, but
It doesn't just look nice lang.
yeah, yeah.
So what's a sign of sun stress sa kaning mga
Like
kuan?
it's reddening. Actually, I prefer sun stressed plants because the
The
color
red
tends
really
to
comes
pop
out.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. The red color is a way to protect it from sun stress, which is similar to, let's say, the Philodendron verrucosum, where the red at the back actually manifests more when it's a sun stress. So here you have
Yes.
sun stress. I am wondering as well. So for those who want to keep it, let's say, in a beside the window, like if there's only morning sunlight, is that enough?
Yeah, yeah. It's enough.
So this works in the morning sunlight. So I'm excited because I thought you need to have like super high humidity for this to thrive. But now seeing the conditions where they're stabilized for this kind of environment, obviously we're buying one. We are buying one, and then I want to know more about the fly traps. So I found out the sunrise is over there, and then you have the sun here going all the way noon on the topmost before it sets over there. So these guys are getting a lot of sun, but it's okay because if you put them in a window side and they get some sun but not 100%, it's fine. As long as the morning sun, that's the most important light that the plant can get. And aside from pitcher plants, you saw a while ago we had some fly traps, but I have some questions about this because I'm worried about fly traps. What I read is that they have to go through a winter period. Is that true?
Yeah, they call it like a dormancy period. So, with this type of Venus flytraps, they're more adjusted to the tropical climate. So they go to this thing they called mild dormancy.
So how long is a mild dormancy?
It's during the bare months, around, stretching around 4 months. So you'll notice them to actually like weaken a bit.
Do they like close up or what?
They don't close, but they will start producing smaller traps.
They start producing smaller traps during the dormancy period. Now, if I get this, I have to put them in the refrigerator what day? I mean, what month?
So the refrigerator method, it's like bringing them to full dormancy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could start around November, then taking them out around January or Feb.
So you said refrigerator method. Are there other methods for putting them in dormancy?
Yeah, so during bare months, we reduce the sun exposure to somehow help them rest. So they won't look good. They won't look as like flourishing as this one.
Well, of
But
course, they're in dormant state, no?
yeah, but once you bring them out around summertime, they bring out their full like beauty.
So another question, if I put them in, so putting them in like shade where there's no sunlight, that's the dormancy.
That's
So
a
like
mild dormancy.
mild dormancy,
Yeah.
that's kind of like putting it indoors.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's still a little sunlight that, bleeds into the room, but not as bad as, let's say, outside.
Yes.
Now, my next question is, when do I pull it out and then activate it again?
Around you can do so after like
February.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's October to February, September or October?
November,
Sorry,
November.
November to February.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, and that's why they make good Valentine's gifts
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they become
exactly.
active in February. All the new traps starts to produce. Okay, that's very interesting. Obviously, we are going to consider fly traps as well.
Also, they multiply on their own, so they just produce babies on the side. You can separate them.
So still with the same setup, we're gonna do moss and cocoa chips or just moss?
So with the fly traps and sundews, we use sphagnum moss with perlite.
Perlite for drainage.
Yeah, drainage and aeration.
So why does it need more drainage than the Nepenthes?
So with the sphagnum moss manggod, when it's like always wet all the time, so air can hardly get in. So the roots has to breathe.
So this requires more breathing for the roots compared to the Nepenthes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you also have here gramifolia, no?
Yeah, yeah, utricularia.
Is this for terrariums?
Yeah, you can definitely put it on terrariums, even in aquariums.
Oh, this is aquatic.
Yeah, it's both aquatic and terrestrial.
So you're going also for aquatic plants.
Yeah, yeah.
Very interesting.
So
And
some of my buyers here are like aquarium shop owners, fish shop
oh,
owners.
I see there. Is that still gramifolia or sundew?
That's a Beleziana cutting. That's how you propagate them.
These are sundews.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at this sundew. It's like they have the stem, a flower sticking
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's a flower.
what we do, we always cut the flower because once they flower and seed, it somehow signals that hey, it's time to die.
Death bloom.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it also death blooms like your agave. So these are your sundews.
Yeah, that's a Drosera Beleziana. So those are assorted.
So I understand pitcher plants, fly traps, sundews, they don't need to be fed, right?
Yeah, they don't.
So it's a myth that you have to feed it insects, no?
They're actually very capable in catching their own insects.
Without feeding.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. And sundews, I really like the sundews, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. But if you're looking for sundews, they have it over here. Okay, so we're now going to be choosing my first pitcher plant. According to Sir Alex here, he told me that he would have, if I'm going for budget, I would go for the
Gracilis.
Gracilis, which has like a green pitcher, but he's not too fond of the color. If you're into green pitchers, maybe that one. But he's biased towards this. Nice shiny pitcher, red color, makes the Chinese in me happy. This is the Gracilis
Gracilis
red. And the other one, the green, was the
Mirabilis.
that was the Mirabilis. The green was Mirabilis. And if you're daring enough for like higher hybrids, you got here the Vicii and cross thigh.
Yeah.
And the thing about hybrids, according to Sir Alex, is that they are more hardy than the pure ones, maybe because they carried on the really good genes that makes them more resistant. Now, if you're into the pure ones, you got the Ampullaria here. And the Ampullaria was actually the one that won during the Horti Filipina 2026 plant show as best in show. And that's pretty cool, but I'm still a beginner, so I'm not going to pretend like I know how to handle this. So I am obviously going to get, as Sir recommended, the Gracilis Red. And Sir is going to help me pick which one.
Yeah. If you want something taller, this would be good.
And how much for the taller one?
It's the same, 600.
All to 600.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would I choose the taller one over the shorter one?
Basically it's the same. It's more of like the preference.
Okay, and if you were preferring one of these, which one you go for?
Yeah, I'm always a fan of like the stoutier look.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
This one
obviously
is good.
getting. So he said this one's
Yeah.
good. I believe him. I'm putting my trust into someone I just met today.
This one's also nice.
Yeah. But I like Sir Alex's story. Going to a plant category that's not very common in Cebu. So this is my first time to be in a carnivorous plant greenhouse. Okay. Here we have the fly trap that I'm most likely getting because of the popular color. Although this one, the red one, is rarer, but I do like this one because it's more familiar in terms of what people have seen with fly traps. And this is the B52 Mammoth,
Yeah.
and it has a nice red color inside and green outside. Now the small ones over here are about 1,000 pesos, and if you spend at least 300 pesos more, you have like the big ones here. And I asked her, how long does it take from that size to reach this size, and that takes about a year. And what he said for these ones though went to 2 dormancy periods before it got to this size. And whether these get any bigger, not very much so. These kinds of plants, you have to appreciate the smallness. These are not gonna get really big. So if space is an issue, this is good for you because they only grow for like a few centimeters more. So here's the price. It's 1,000 for the medium and 1,300 for the large, and I am getting a large. So sir is going to help me again to pick which one.
I think this is nice. Either this one or this one. Whichever you think is better.
I like the one with more leaves. Here are my carnivorous plants, nicely packed in clear packaging. So they don't just put it in like a box. He really makes sure that it's protected before he put it in a plastic container. I am excited to condition them back at home. Hopefully I don't kill them. I am worried that I might kill them. These are not cheap plants, but I have faith in myself that I am not going to kill them because I'm no longer living in an apartment. So I have better control of my conditions than I did back when I was still in an apartment. So wish me luck. And sir, again, the name of the place is Carnivorous.
Yeah, exotic carnivorous plants. The page, but you can pin in Google Map ECPPH.
ECPPH if you do Google Maps, but don't come here without an appointment. Please
Yeah.
message the page. Sir was very accommodating. Like, he did not know who I was. And yeah, invited me in. Like, who knew if I was a serial killer, no? And also me, it's like, sir had like a profile, no profile pictures. Like, let's go there. And you know, who could have been a serial killer. But yeah, no serial killers here. That's ECPPH.
Yeah.
So exotic in Google Maps, and in the Facebook page it's exotic and carnivorous plants PH. I'm gonna put the screenshot of the page so that you can follow, and I will be back here maybe in a few months if my plants don't die. All right, thank you and see you next time. We are back home, and the 3 plants that I got are safely home. So I'm going to show you what my setup is before I go to sleep. I'm gonna show you. You have here the nepenthes. I was informed that the pitcher should be outside and not in the pool of water because it will wilt faster. And I have a gramifolium here, only because Sir Alex didn't have change at that time and he offered this as change. And then we have our very first Venus flytrap. I am excited for this plant. I might have to repot the nepenthes because I feel like the pot is too short for this. But I'm gonna let them acclimatize to the new environment first before I start doing any repotting. But yes, as advised, morning sunlight and no direct afternoon light. So wish me luck with these plants.